Welcome back, warrior. We are reading Second Chronicles chapter 17. Jehoshaphat reigns well and prospers in Judah. Priests travel and teach out of the book of the law of the Lord. And some information about this is King Jehoshaphat had a strong start, and his role as king and Jehoshaphat steps into his role as king and chooses a different kind of strength, one that is rooted in the Lord. So let's see how this happens. Okay, verse 1. And Jehoshaphat, his son, reigned in his stead. So this is King Asa's son, and strengthened himself against Israel. And he placed forces in all the fenced cities of Judah and set garrisons in the land of Judah and in the cities of Ephraim, which Asa his father had taken. And the Lord was with Jehoshaphat, because he walked in the first ways of his father David and sought not unto Baalim. Okay, I'm trying to center this a little bit more. But sought to the Lord God of his father and walked in his commandments and not after the doings of Israel. Therefore, the Lord established the kingdom in his hand, and all Judah brought to Jehoshaphat presents, and he had riches and honor in abundance. And his heart was lifted up in the ways of the Lord. Moreover, he took away the high places and groves out of Judah. Also, in the third year of his reign, he sent his princes even to Ben-Hail and to Obadiah and to Zechariah and to Nathaniel and Micaiah to teach in the cities of Judah. And with them he sent Levites, even Shemaiah and Nethaniah and Zebediah and Asahel and Shemirath, Shemiramoth, Jehonathan and Adonijah and Tobijah and Tobadonijah and Levites, and with them Elishama and Jehoram priests. I hope we don't get any more names. I'm butchering these so bad. And they taught in Judah and had the book of the law of the Lord with them, and went about throughout all the cities of Judah and taught the people. And the fear of the Lord fell upon all the kingdoms of the lands, and were round about Judah, and they made no war against Jehoshaphat. Also, some of the Philistines brought Jehoshaphat presents and tribute silver, and the Arabians brought him flocks, 7,700 rams and 7,700 he goats. And Jehoshaphat waxed great exceedingly, and he built in Judah castles and cities of store. Oh, I wonder if we could see those still. Oh, excuse me. And he had much business in the cities of Judah. And the men of war, mighty men of valor, were in Jerusalem. And these are the numbers of them according to the house of their fathers. Of Judah, the captains of thousands, Adnah the chief, and with him mighty men of valor, 300,000. And next to him was Jehohanan, Jehohanan, the captain, and with him 280,000. And next him was Amasai, the son of Zichri, who willingly offered himself unto the Lord, and with him 200,000 mighty men of valor. And of Benjamin, Eliadad, a mighty man of valor, and with him armed men with bow and shield, 200,000. And next him was Jehozabad, and with him 180,000 ready prepared for war. These waited on the king beside those whom the king put in the fenced cities throughout all of Judah. Okay, so he had like a lot of warriors, which is pretty awesome. What's especially meaningful is that Jehoshaphat didn't just keep that faith to himself, right? He was being super faithful, but he didn't just keep that to himself. He sent leaders and teachers throughout the land that with the book of the law to help the people understand and live God's words. He knew that a strong nation needed to start with spiritually grounded people. Because of that, the Lord's hand was with him and in a powerful way. Surrounding nations felt that influence, and some even brought gifts and tribute to the kingdom, and they prospered. Okay, we are now going to be going to Second Chronicles chapter 18. So until then, um, let me tell you one more thing. So if you feel alone in your battle and you never asked to fight this battle, receive monthly Christ-centered hug in the mail from me to remind you who you are, expose the enemy's lies, and strengthen your soul. And also include some simple challenges that you can act on. So go to warriorletters.com for your first letter. And if you feel like you need a little extra schedule or strength in your morning routine, come join me on TikTok. I do a morning muster at 5:05 a.m. Mountain Standard Time that connects us with Christ. We expose lie from the enemy, and we have a prayer prompt that we have that we can add to our journal or just have in our heart. So throughout the day, and that's Monday through Thursday. Fridays and Saturdays, I go to the temple and like really early, and then Sundays, I just letting you have your Sunday to worship however you'd like. So, if any of that sounds awesome, I'd love to have you. All right, until Second Chronicles chapter 19, or sorry, chapter 18. Stay strong, warrior.